My phone is on?
Yeah, good. That's a good thing.
I think so, yeah.
Forget that, yeah. Hi, welcome to Your Filthy Mouth and Lifetime Dental. I'm Suzanne Lynn with Dr. Chuck Reinertson, and we're here on Facebook Live, and we've got so much going on, and I'm especially excited this week because Dr. Chuck has the honor of being a Tedx speaker at the Eustis. It's the Bay Street Players, and that's coming up next Friday, the 17th.
Right.
And Dr. Chuck, I'd love for you to share what your platform is, what you're going to be talking about.
Well, we're trying to help people connect the dots. The same thing we've been talking about on Your Filthy Mouth. Let's connect the dots between what's happening in the mouth and how it affects the rest of the body. Mm-hmm. And that's the whole idea is let's not look at the mouth as a different part of the body. Let's look at it as a part of the body. When you look at the statistics, is that just how much oral bacteria is affecting the brain, affecting the heart, affecting the kidneys, affecting the lung. It's the whole body. So that's what we're trying to do is let's make people more aware.
We can say that. Can you give an example of a real life example of how the bacteria in the mouth has affected somebody physically?
Well, lots of examples. One of them, and I'm going to be talking about her in the presentation, but she came in, she didn't come in with this, but she had a pimple on her thigh, and it grew and it got really uncomfortable. Well, that drove her to her physician, and her physician took a look at it. They put her on an antibiotic. The infection went away and it came back. They put her on an antibiotic a second time. It went away and it came back. Third time, the physician decided, we want to culture this and find out where the bacteria is coming from. So they did, found out it was oral bacteria. And she hadn't seen a dentist for a long time because she didn't have any pain.
Right.
Well, when she came to see us, she had 3 dental abscesses with no pain. So we're in the process of fixing that. What's interesting, though, is she was connecting the dots about this. At work, the husband of one of her co-workers was going through some cardiac issues on a lot of different medications. And she said, well, why doesn't he get a dental exam? So he went to another dentist, got a good dental examination, found out what was going on. They took care of his dental infections, and now he doesn't need his medications anymore. So, I mean, let's get to the source, not just treat the symptom. And that's one of the big thrusts. Let's find out why we have it, not just treat these symptoms.
Because the same blood that's running through your mouth and everything is going, as you say, everywhere.
When the blood goes through your gum infection or your tooth infection, the same blood goes through your heart, goes through your brain, goes through your pancreas, everywhere. So, yeah, you're transferring the bacteria through the whole body. And this gal came out of her leg.
Absolutely.
How crazy is that?
So I want to give kind of a story that I can relate to. It's a little bit disgusting, but I think because of the seriousness of this, I'm going to share. I went on a missions trip to Haiti a few years ago, and there was a river that was running down. And at the top of the river, people were washing their animals and goats and everything. And at the bottom of the river, this is the disgusting part. They were collecting the water for meals and for drinking. So when you put that as a visual, you go, I get that.
Yeah.
What's happening here? That's the river. That's the dirty river. Yeah.
Well, if the factory up the river is polluting the river and you're getting your drinking water out of the river, even if the water tastes good, should you be concerned? Absolutely. Okay. So what do? You either stop drinking or you clean up the factory. You know, in this case, we want to clean up the factory, and if it's our mouth, that's the factory. So let's clean it up.
We weren't even allowed to walk through the water in our bare feet because if we had any cuts, it could enter our system. It's all tied in.
Well, and that's what we say when we've got an infection going on somewhere in our body. One of our questions should be, where did the bacteria come from? And unless we have open cuts, sores, wounds somewhere, chances are it's coming in through our body's front door, right through our mouth. And if we can clean this up, then maybe we can help eliminate some of the bacteria that have been proven to cause some of these horrible diseases.
This is such a great opportunity to have the stage, literally, at Tedx. It's TedxEustis.com. Wow, that's a loud car behind us. I think they might need a new muffler, Doctor. I'm not sure. But TedxEustis.com, it's the Bay Street Players, and it's Friday, January 17th. Dr. Chuck is going to be one of the, dozen speakers?
There's 12 speakers, yeah.
And the whole theme is think again. So the things that we've got in our head, rethink this. Yeah.
It's amazing. One thing I used to call the fallacy of belief. Just because we believe something doesn't mean it's true. I mean, for years, people believed the earth was flat. Well, that's not true. If you look back, there are physicians that believed you didn't need to wash your hands between surgeries. This is back in the 1800s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, one physician decided we've got a problem here. And quick story is it was with midwives, and they were noticed midwives had a better success rate with delivering babies than the doctors did. Well, this one doctor noticed that, well, they're going from autopsies to delivering babies, okay, and not washing their hands. They actually booted them out of the organization because we're physicians. We're not going to spread disease.
Right.
We're helping with that.
Right.
Well, it took quite a while, but they realized he was right.
Mhm.
You know, and so a lot of things that we believe
Wow.
back in the late 50s, early 60s, they believed tobacco was okay for you. In fact,
Mhm.
physicians were recommending cigarettes to the patients to help calm them down. Yes, and if you look back in the old advertisements in the late 50s, early 60s, physicians were endorsing it. I'm not blaming physicians because they were making their decisions based on what they knew at the time.
Right.
And so now we look back and say, boy, that wasn't a real smart move. Well, what's happening today that we can look at in 20 years from now, look back and say, can you believe they used to say, and then you fill in the blank.
That's right.
But,
That's right.
yeah.
And the day's going to come. Can you believe they used to say that what happens in your mouth didn't affect the rest of your body? You're going to go, that never happened. Get out of here. Nobody was that dumb. Anyway, okay, look, we want you to go to yourfilthymouth.com. There's so much, everything that Dr. Chuck talks about, there's medical backup. If you're into white papers and information and facts and everything, oh my gosh, you're going to just love yourfilthymouth.com. So we've got a question, and please feel free to go ahead and give us a question, comment with us, let us know that you're here, that you're watching. But Teresa asked last week that she has trouble, she feels pain when she goes to the dentist, even when she gets a cleaning. And she was saying that her coworkers were actually making fun of her because she even says the cleanings are bad. She wants to know, is she a baby with a low pain tolerance, or is this a thing?
Well, I don't know if she's a baby or not, okay? But people are different. We got pain tolerances going from this end to this end.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got patients that I have actually done crown preparations on, not numbing them up, but and I couldn't do that.
Right.
But I have other people, you walk in the room and they're a little bit,
Yeah.
But we have so many ways of making sure that you're comfortable and it's not uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So whether you're getting your teeth cleaned with a hygienist, you've got topical anesthetics they can put on. There's something called aura kicks. You can get local anesthetics. There's different ways of keeping it comfortable, but we're not all the same. So,
Right.
but you have to be gentle as a dentist, as a hygienist. Yes, you can be heavy-handed, but you don't have to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this isn't 30, 40, 50 years ago. This is
Mhm.
2020 right now. We're in
Mhm.
2020.
Mm-hmm.
And you can, with the equipment, with the techniques available, it should not have to hurt. Now, if you have infections, you got to get the infection under control, because that's a whole different thing. Because, man, you walk in, you're already uncomfortable.
Of course.
So you've got to get that under control, but it doesn't have to be uncomfortable. Not anymore. Whether it be with a hygienist getting your teeth cleaned, whether it be with the dentist having your dental work done, there's no reason for it to be uncomfortable. Unless you're infected, then you get the infection under control first. In fact, I've had people upset with me because they come in with a bad toothache and they say, I want the tooth pulled. I said, well, we're going to put you on an antibiotic. Well, no, I want it out today.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're going to put you on the antibiotic, get the infection under control. And it's interesting when they come back and it's not hurting and you can get it numb, because it's really hard to get the tooth numb when there's an active infection going on.
Okay.
So when they come back and they get it out, I say, oh, now I see why you wanted to do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So
You might know something. Yeah, you're onto something there.
experience is a wonderful teacher.
Well, here we are. We're local in Lake County, and I just want to share that Dr. Chuck is a regular guest on a new show that started, Triangle Media. It's going to be on from 12 to 1 on WQBQ. It's 1410. And Dr. Chuck's message is so important. We just feel like he needs to be on every week to share, that, just because you don't have pain doesn't mean that there's not something bad going on. I mean,
That's the number one reason people don't see a dentist is not pain or expense. It's lack of pain.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing hurts. I'm fine. I don't need to see the dentist. And really, that is not a legitimate reason.
Right.
You need to come in, find out. I mean, your car may be running just fine, but you need to check under the hood once in a while and see what's going on.
you were saying something before we started, and you said it causes you to think not physically, but mentally.
Right. If you have a toothache, if you have pain, then that's a physical motivation.
Mm-hmm.
But if we can mentally be motivated and say, I need to get this examination just so I can rule out that as a possibility,
Mm-hmm.
that's a good. So it's a mental choice. It is a physical choice. You got to get up and
It's
go
connected,
there.
right.
But it's a thoughtful choice.
Mm-hmm.
when you're in pain, that kind of dictates your actions sometimes. And
Absolutely.
you'll walk through fire if you have to get that taken care of.
Been there. All right. If you've got a question, just like Therese does, let us know. And if we use your question on the air, you will receive a Your Filthy Mouth mug. And I always say that wrong. I always say Your Filthy Mug Mouth. So I got it right that time. So, yeah. So there's limited tickets. I think it's down to just like 100 tickets that they're selling. I don't know where they're at this point for the Tedx Eustis talk.
Most of them are gone, but there's still a few available.
Okay. We want you to come out and cheer. Bring signs. Go, Dr. Chuck.
There's going to be 12 speakers, and I've heard some of the talks. Oh my gosh, they are so fantastic. One of them is what do you say to someone who has cancer? How do you talk with them?
Wow.
Because sometimes you don't know the right questions to ask, or maybe this is not a good thing to bring up. So this is a cancer survivor who can help give you some really good ideas about what to talk about, what not to talk about, because if you just say to somebody, how can I help? No, they got to figure it out,
Exactly.
but she's got a lot of good ideas. But there's some great talks coming on. They're all, I'm looking forward to the day myself.
Yeah. Well, we're excited for you. And thank you for joining us. This has been a lot of fun. If you have any questions and you want to talk to Dr. Chuck, he's actually accessible. I know he's a star and everything, but
No.
it's a Lifetime Dental right on, what road is this? 444. I've only lived here 8 years, so I'm still kind of lost. But yeah, it's a Tavares, Lifetime Dental, and Tavares. Again, check out Your Filthy Mouth, Lifetime Dental, and Q. 1410 a.m. to hear more from this very smart guy who's got a lot to share about what's happening.
Common sense is so uncommon, and this is all we're trying to do is let's connect the dots. And I'm asking you to be a dental missionary. Tell your family, your friends, no matter where they live, because dental health affects the general health, the medical health of everybody.
Amen. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.